Does buying fake Google reviews work? Let's find out. So it can actually be used as a very dangerous weapon. What do I mean by that? Well, during this presentation, you will understand why using fake reviews on your own profile is not really a good idea if we're going to do a net negative, net positive math calculation. But if we look at black hat SEO tactics, fake reviews are often used as a weapon by some black hat SEO agencies to damage the reputation of their competitors. Because leaving fake reviews will trigger Google's spam detection, or by sending so many obviously fake reviews, you can virtually get any Google My Business profile banned, or get clients of that existing business to lose trust in it. And on top of that, you can shadow ban them, or get their profile suspended, and make sure they rank lower for keywords and key phrases. And on top of that, you can always just leave a bunch of negative reviews, right? So some SEO agencies do this when they're trying to outrank their local competition. Maybe they're in the top 4. There's like these 3 guys who they just can't seem to outrank. Yeah, some people do this. So this is the only tool. I don't recommend this, obviously, for ethical reasons, but this is the only real utility, as we'll find out. So how does Google detect fake Google Maps reviews? Okay, so it's a quite sophisticated system, and this is why it doesn't work. Because basically what you're going to see is it's so sophisticated and complicated to do it correctly, but yet all these Indians, Pakistani, and Bangladesh providers for these fake reviews are not going to take these steps, because, I mean, you're paying them a few bucks per review, and there's no demand in the market to develop such a sophisticated system, which is why you will almost never find such a system available. And anyone who promises you, as you'll see, there's no incentive for them to truly care about their reputation and to truly care about your business getting banned, to take these precautions. So overview, they track your IP, and they track the IP of each device that leaves the review. So if the IPs are in Bangladesh, Pakistan, and these countries like Philippines and Indonesia, that's going to flag it. And they're not going to really change, they're not going to take the time to change the IPs and such. Another thing is they usually analyze review patterns and languages. So where are they leaving these reviews? Are they leaving them in random countries? Very frequently, a restaurant in Ohio, a scaffolding company in Australia, so they're going to look at that pattern and make a general detection. And again, for $2-3, are they really going to have an account just for Ohio, and they're going to have 100 accounts just for Ohio that all have IPs set, reviews only in those areas, etc., etc.? They're not really going to have 100 devices, all this sophisticated infrastructure, just to spoof the system, because you're just paying a few bucks in the end of the day for each review. So they measure amount of reviews by each account made and the locations of each reviews, and they also use machine learning tools. Google has these tools that are always constantly evolving daily. Additional factors, for example, fake reviews often come from these countries we mentioned and towards foreign countries. So we can see these inconsistencies raising flags and patterns in the algorithm detection system that Google has, right? And most, like I said, they don't have an incentive to care, to hide these locations. They don't care. They just want to prove to you, hey, the reviews came, I delivered your service, right? So they won't take the time to make it believable. So other factors to consider. So let's look at the accounts they typically use to sell these services. So the accounts often have no reviews, or not English names, or the English names are obviously really bad. So people will know that they're fake, right? They also have usually very bad grammar and spelling in the reviews that they leave, and it's usually a bunch of emojis and hearts, and it's not really related most of the time to your actual service. You could have a construction company and they'll say, wow, it was very tasty, thumbs up and a heart. That's what they'll, So it's just going to make people who see your business lose trust, as well as you're going to see how much you're going to regret this, because it's very hard to remove reviews from your Google My Business profile, even if they are fake. You can spend all day reporting them. So you'll have to beg them to remove them, and then they can be like, oh, pay me extra. It's really bad. So That's how the accounts are used for reviews. Now, if you look at the health statistics of these accounts, they've already most of the time been flagged already, either by the frequency of creating Google accounts, like Gmail accounts, to leave these reviews. Their system usually gets flagged, and it's very hard. Try and create 10 Google accounts. Use IP addresses, use VPNs, use multiple devices. There are things that will connect everything and detect it. So it's really hard to create consistent Google accounts, because let's say you have 10 devices and you create 10 Google accounts. If by accident one of those devices connect to the same Wi-Fi or something like this, and they're still fresh, they'll all get deleted. There are many different systems in place by Google, and these systems are getting more sophisticated by the day. So you can just imagine. So yeah, they don't get paid enough to really deliver this high standard of these safe fake reviews. So let's talk about impacts on clients and trust and credibility. Like we talked about, most clients can easily detect fake reviews. So you just examine how many reviews have been left previously by the profile, and you can see the name of the review, and you can see the locations, right? Oh, he left a review in a bunch of these countries. Oh, this looks like a fake account. And also we have trust erosion. So when we buy fake reviews for our profile, people will generally notice this, and this will basically erode trust and credibility in the perceived, at least, trust and credibility that we have in potential leads that we generate who find our business on Google Maps. And this leads to basically less people visiting our profile, as we get shadow banned as well. So other factors to consider. So let's look at some facts. Around 85% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations, and 93% of consumers say online reviews influence their purchase decisions. Reviews also play a role when it comes to keyword and key phrase ranking. This is true. But, and I mean, that's the reason why people want reviews so bad and are willing to pay for them. But if we look at the reality, due to most providers lacking the highly sophisticated mechanisms and standards required to generate quote-unquote safe reviews, this makes it almost never a safe option to be outsourced. Even if you do it in-house, it's still very complicated, and you still have high risks. So this is due to the high quantity of sellers selling at such low prices, thus eliminating the demand of a safe and expensive fake review provider. Just economics and business 101, right? So is it still possible to fake reviews in 2024? And this doesn't just apply to Google Maps. This also applies to very sophisticated platforms like Trustpilot, which is known to have some of the strictest review options. Yeah, I see some companies now and then get away with 1,000 fake reviews, and I don't know how they do it, to be honest. But most of the time, after a few months, they lose their account. So it's always temporary. These strategies are always temporary and not going to be sustainable for a long-run business. That's the main thing to consider here. So the short-term answer is yes, it is possible. And there are ways, there are definitely ways to do it, but is it worth it? Because yes, let's say there are ways, and in the end, even if these ways are effective, what I would personally recommend is to do the easier option, which is to generate organic reviews from happy customers that would build highly sophisticated and expensive, instead of building highly sophisticated and expensive systems to dupe reviews. Because the best part is most real and organic reviews are free. You just have to ask for them. You have to find a way to ask for them in your business. You have to come up with a simple strategy to do so. Like sticking QR codes or generating incentives or leaving a note in the receipt. That's it. And a good service with a good customer care, you find a smart way of asking, you easily get the reviews. So real versus fake. Let's make a quick pros and cons value assessment to make a decision here if we're considering this. So when it comes to real, there's no risk of having any damage to our rankings or our account getting suspended or losing reputation and things like this. Yeah, we get negative reviews, of course, but we can't really control that. Sometimes they do come in. We have these really picky people out there. But generally speaking, the harm done to our business profile is non-existent. and it's way cheaper and easier to develop a system for getting real reviews, and it actually does improve reputation and ranking for keywords and key phrases. When it comes to fake, they can be detected, and eventually the algorithm will get evolved to a point where it's almost impossible to do it. And what presents today is this uncertainty of risk that could damage your organic lead generation, your best organic lead generation source, which usually is Google Maps for most local businesses. So is it worth risking such a valuable asset for such a temporary short-term boost, is what I would ask you to make that decision for yourself. But the high risk, low reward, in my opinion, does not make it worth it, in my opinion. So yeah, if you still need any help with your Google My Business profile and you want professional assistance and you want to rank high for keywords, you want to get more clients, you want to utilize the most powerful marketing technique and cheapest and most rewarding ROI marketing strategy, then you can work with us. My name is Ramsey. I'm the founder of vortexranker.com, and you can book a free consultation with me, and we can give you a free ranking report of where your business is ranking for the relevant keywords in your business. Just visit the website and you'll find the booking option there, and you can ask me anything. We can talk about many things, and we can find solutions for you. If you want other resources about Google Maps SEO, you can look at the other videos in this channel. That's about it. Take care.